All right, we're going to get started. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Stuart Amith. I am one of the co-owners of Trifecta Sports and Entertainment and also the chairman of the expansion committee for the Arena Football League. And I am thrilled to be in Atlantic City. It's been months in the making with our good friends at the CRDA, and it has been a pleasure. As things can take time, I will tell you, in the scheme of getting something done, moving, it really went pretty much at light speed. It really did. So very appreciative of that, for all the support of the city, Boardwalk Hall, and again, standing here, I can see the ocean out of the corner of my eye. It's just a beautiful place to be, and we're thrilled to be here. So again, thank you to everybody. I'm just going to bring up the general manager of Boardwalk Hall, Jim Wincoop. Thanks.
Thank you. This is an opportunity for us as the managers of Boardwalk Hall that we're really excited about. I mean, the summertime is a great time to bring something like this to Atlantic City. Atlantic City is enjoying a resurgence, and we're hopeful, and all of us are excited that this is an opportunity to kind of build on that growth that we saw last year and kind of even take it to a different level this year. This would never have happened without the Casino Reinvestment Development Authority and their support and their partnership, not only with us here at the venue, but also with the Arena Football League. So I'd like to acknowledge some of the folks that are here from the CRDA. We have the Vice Chair of the Board, Rich Tolson, is with us today. Another board member, Jim Colosis, is with us as well. And if I've missed anybody, I think, yes, we have Debbie DiLorenzo as well. Look at you over at the corner. Sorry about that. I had not seen you, so thank you for waving. And then from the staff as well, we have the Executive Director, Matt Doherty, Deputy Executive Director, Marshall Spivak. We have Larry Sieg, and the Marketing Department is here as well. And we have Lance Landgraf, I believe. And there's probably a couple others that I missed, and I apologize. But I just wanted to introduce, or at least recognize them and their efforts, because without them, this truly would never have been able to happen, and certainly would never have been able to happen as quickly as it has. So with that, I think my job is to turn it back over to Stuart and get on with the program. Thank you.
All right. Well, here's the fun stuff. Got to put some energy, because when I go before this guy, it seems like I talk very softly and flat, and I do not, I promise you. So I have the pleasure of, calling someone one of my dearest friends at this point and partner, somebody really doesn't even need an introduction, but the passion and the caring and the heart of the person I'm about to bring up is really second to none that anyone I've met. Just thrilled to be able to call him partner and more importantly, a dear friend. With that being said, Ron Jaworski to come up
and... Stuart, thank you, my friend. What a glorious day in Atlantic City. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to announce that the Arena Football League is bringing a professional sports team to Atlantic City. How can you not get pumped up for that? We haven't even won the championship yet, and we're celebrating. That's how we roll. This is really an exciting day, the culmination of a lot of work. Matt, thank you so much, and your staff, you guys have been phenomenal. Thank you so much. Nothing comes easy. We all work very hard to make this happen, so thank you so much for all your input. There are a lot of Ed. Get it, Ed. It's my guy, Ed Solomon. Ed'll get me fired up real quick. You know, Ed, you see, I get a lot of random thoughts, so I apologize for this. I see Ed and I go back to 1978. We had this Eagles basketball team that played in the off season. We played about 90 basketball games because we needed $100 a game to pay the bills. So we would play all these games, and we never lost. We played 90 games. We never lost, except for one time. We played Ed's high school basketball team, their all-state team, and they kicked our butt. So we've been friends ever since. Ed, always great to see you, my friend. I probably could tell a story about every person in this room, but I will try to shy away from that and move things along. But this, as I said earlier, it really is a special day. Professional football, the highest brand of indoor football in the world, is going to be here in Atlantic City and southern New Jersey. It's your team. We want you to rally the city around your team. I mean, it's going to be absolutely a phenomenal, exciting time here in Atlantic City with football here at the beautiful Boardwalk Hall. Now, people say, why? Jaws, why Atlantic City? Why Boardwalk Hall? Well, first of all, I live about 30 miles from here, so that's always an indicator. I can get down here a lot and have some fun with it. I have business in this community, Blue Heron Pines Golf Club. I brought the Maxwell Football Club dinner here about 20 years ago. It's been one of the most successful events, the Tropicana, in a couple weeks that we've had in this town. My golf tournament here in Atlantic City for over 20 years. We've now raised over $5 million for at-risk youth in our community. Those are the reasons I want to be in Atlantic City. I know in this community, if you see a class event, you will support it. As I'm peeking out of my eyes, my buddy Jim Zarius over there from the Tropicana. Jim, all the great things that Jim does in supporting at-risk youth in our community. So many incredible people I see in this room and I know in this community. That's why we are in Atlantic City. I convinced my partners we need to be in Atlantic City. Ted Leonsis, I'll bring the commissioner up in a moment. Zach Leonsis, all these people that care about football, but also care about community. And it's absolutely critical to us. We want to be part of the fabric of Atlantic City and southern New Jersey. We just don't want you to come to the game and root the team on, and I won't give the nickname away quite yet. We'll leave it up to George, I think, will handle that a little somewhere down the road. But we want to be the fabric of the community, where you can bring your kids in the community to the game. We are affordable, we are fan-friendly. When you walk out, just take a look at that hall. The field's being set up now as we speak. And imagine 10,000 people in that arena screaming and hollering here at Boardwalk Hall. Only 4 years ago, we had an exhibition. I want an exhibition game. It was a one-off game between the Philadelphia Soul and Las Vegas. We sold 8,000 tickets to the game, and it was fantastic. That's why I'm committed to Atlantic City, to make it work. We had a college atmosphere. People coming out of the casinos, walking out at Boardwalk, bands all over the place, putting 8,000 people in the arena. It was phenomenal. It was exciting. That's what gets me going, when I see fans having a good time. And I also want to be certain, and you'll hear a little bit from the coach a little bit, we want to be active in the community. And with the Philadelphia Soul, and we're going to form an incredible rivalry, man. This is going to be awesome. You can call it whatever you want, the Expressway Battle. I'll leave it up to the smart guys in the media. They'll come up with some cool name. But it's going to be a battle where the fans of Atlantic City will travel to Philadelphia, the Wells Fargo Center. They'll come down here. We'll create an incredible energy and a rivalry. And we'll bring 7,000 or 8,000 people to your house. That's what we want to do. Bring people to Atlantic City and see the wonderful things that are going on in this city. And Matt, and what you have done has been incredible, just incredible. And I would probably be remiss if I didn't thank a lot of people. You know, Governor Murphy's involved, Senator Sweeney, Senator Gilliam. They all endorse it. So everyone's on board of making this special and putting Atlantic City on the map in a very positive way with sports and athletics and national televised games. When I was doing Monday Night Football, man, I would always love those beauty shots. The shot before they throw to me, Gruden, and Tirico in the box, they show the beautiful, what it looks outside, what the city looks like. And I can always envision what Atlantic City, the beach, is going to look, what the board's going to look like when we come on national TV with a game. And that's what you see, Atlantic City on display. Your town, your city on display to a nationally televised audience. That's what I envision here in Atlantic City. And I will ask, and we'll be knocking on your door for sponsors and people that want to get involved. and help make this grow and help make it work, because we're going to need everyone on board, all hands on deck. And we're going to make this work in a very, very big way. You will be proud of the product we'll put on the field, not only from a football standpoint, but the entertainment value that will happen on the field here in Atlantic City. Last but not least, I did mention Spectre. They also, I'm looking at my notes here. Don't want to miss anything. I could audible a little bit. But Spectre was also very, very important. A couple people I also want to mention. Councilman Ernest Corsi. Where's Ernest? I know he's here. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you coming out. Matt Doherty's here. Jimmy Plostis is here. Vice Chair of the Casino Control Commission, Alicia Cooper. I know I saw Alicia. Thank you. Saw her a moment ago. And freeholder Karen Fitzpatrick. Thank you so much for coming out and your amazing support. And we're going to make everyone in this room very proud of what we're doing. At this point, I'm going to bring up a guy that I've become very, very friendly with, and he's probably tired of hearing me talk about Atlantic City. He's the commissioner of the Arena Football League. He still is the right-hand man of Ted Leonsis at Monumental Sports. He's the commissioner of the Arena Football League, and man, he loves football. And after today, and after about an hour ago, I know he loves Atlantic City, because the first thing he says to me as he tours the building, he says, "We need to bring the Arena Bowl game here." So hey, he's already looking down the road of how he can put more games and more people in seats and more people in your business here in Atlantic City. The commissioner of the Arena Football League, Randy Bowe.
Hi, thanks, Ron. Thanks, everyone, for turning out. We're so excited to be here. We want to thank the folks from the CRDA, the City of Atlantic City, all of our fans, our sponsors. We are thrilled to be here, and we're even more excited to be bringing Arena Football League football here to Atlantic City this season. The Arena Football League, this is a little-known fact, there's only one professional football league that's older than the Arena Football League, and that's the NFL. And the Arena Football League has been around for more than 30 years, and there's a reason for it. You are not going to find a brand of football that is faster, more exciting, more engaging, or more innovative than Arena Football. And I think bringing it here to Atlantic City is a perfect combination. This is a fantastic building. You can see the possibilities. You've got the beach and the ocean right out there. So we're very, I know I keep saying it, we're really excited to be here. For the upcoming season, we're glad we're going to have 6 teams. We had 4 teams playing last year in 2018. This year we have 6 in 2019. And we had a great season last year. We're going to have an even better season this coming year. One of the things that we're very excited about, the league has done a lot in terms of innovation. We pride ourselves on being one of the most technology-forward, innovative leagues in all of sports. And we're really excited about sports betting and what that has already done for Atlantic City. And we think that arena football and sports betting is a match made in heaven. You know, our games are really high-scoring, exciting affairs. There's a scoring play roughly every 6 plays, almost 90 points on average scored in every game. So what we're working to develop and roll out in time for this season is a platform. So you'll be able to sit there on your phone, whether you're here at the game or on the beach or wherever you are, watch our games, bet on our games, manage your fantasy team. It'll be the greatest thing in sports, and it'll make this even more interesting and fun to be a part of. We have lots of other innovations in store for you this season. We've done a lot in terms of introducing things like hat cams, overhead robo cams for our broadcasts, helmet cams. We're going to show you things that no other football league has done or even thought of yet. So, again, thank you for having us here today. And I am confident that by the time we get into the 2019 season, you all will agree with me that arena football and the AFL brand of football is the most exciting, the highest scoring, the most engaging, and the most innovative brand of football out there. Thanks very much, and I'll turn it back over to Ron.
Commissioner, thank you so much. Before I bring up our head coach, I just want to mention a couple other things. Again, as I look out in the audience, I learned one thing working at NFL Films from the great Steve Sable. tell a story. You know, there's a story I have with like every person in this room, and Steve would always say, tell a story, Jaws, tell a story. So I look out and I see Trish. And Trish is the executive director of the Jaws Youth Playbook, which is my foundation. And through the years of the foundation, we've raised over $5 million for at-risk youth in our community. So one day Trish gives me a call. This is probably about 4 years ago after Superstorm Sandy hit New Jersey. And I think everyone did a terrific job. I mean, so much was done after that devastation. So everyone chipped in and got things done. But you can't do everything. So Trish says, hey, Ron, I just got a call from the Ventnor Pirates Little League football team. Yeah, what do they want? They lost their equipment, they lost their helmets, they lost their shoulder pads, the concession stand got destroyed, and they need $30,000 to get these kids back on the field. And I thought for about that long, about 2 seconds, I said, write them a check. Write them a check. That's what it's about. Giving back to the community, helping these kids in the community. I went to that ribbon cutting, I was bawling like a baby, you know, and I saw these kids out there, the 100 players, the 100 cheerleaders, the concession stand open and working. See, that's what we can do. We can do good things in our community. And those Ventnor Pirates kids, I still see the smiles on their faces because they were on that football field where you know they would be. They'd be down the corner, causing trouble somewhere, developing bad habits, bad attitudes. So we get them involved with sports, we get them involved with athletics, we get them off the couch, and wonderful, wonderful things can happen. So Trish does. She makes beautiful things happen. So Trish, thanks for all that you do. And it's amazing work. And we're going to do that with the Atlantic City Arena football team. We will be committed to working within the community, from our coaches, our administrators, our entire front office, and our players. We will be involved. And in fact, before we came up here, Coach James and I were sitting downstairs, and he knows my fabric. He knows what I'm about. I know his fabric. He's coached teams that my teams have played against for a lot of years. And he is an outstanding football coach. He's a lifer, as we like to say, a graduate of Siena University, and Tony Suresh, you'll know he's an old offensive lineman. So you know my affinity toward offensive linemen, man. They kept me healthy, you know. So I know what his fabric is. I know how tough he was as a coach to beat. So I wanted a guy that not only understood, you know, what it was like to compete on the field every single week in a professional football game, but also one that will teach the players and teach the people in our organization that we are not just a football team in Atlantic City. We are part of this community. And he strongly, strongly believes in that. And it's one of the reasons why we selected not only as an outstanding football coach, but he's an outstanding person. The new head coach of the Atlantic City Arena Football League team, head coach Ron James.
Wow, Atlantic City. So great to be here. Can't wait to hit the field, and it's going to happen soon. Would like to thank George Manius from Trifecta Sports for all he did for me as far as the interviewing process, explaining what the vision was here for Atlantic City. Jaws for his undying leadership and enthusiasm. That's a tough act to follow anywhere, I got to tell you that. You know, there's an old adage in sports is you want to be there when the confetti falls. And we're already there, so I don't know where we go from here. But I also want to thank the community here in Atlantic City for basically checking off the last thing on my bucket list. I was a football coach in Las Vegas, and now I'm in Atlantic City. I mean, how much better does it get? So I'm excited about that, excited about the opportunity that we have here to put together a quality football program, to give the community something that they can look forward to seeing week in and week out, and being a part of the community. And that's the big thing for me about arena football. Our players live in the community. They're not only just a transient, come here and play a game, they're going to be a part of the community. And we teach them and hope that they will be leaders in the community that they serve as players. They're required to sign autographs after every game as part of their contract and what makes arena football unique. Arena football is only played in the Arena Football League. There are a lot of indoor leagues that are out there. There are a lot of great coaches and players from other leagues, but there's only one Arena Football League, and you're going to see that in action here in Atlantic City. We're going to be hard-hitting, fast-paced, a lot of fun to see. Our players are going to be disciplined. They're going to be hard-nosed individuals, but they're going to be very approachable players as well. You're going to get to know them up close and personal in a way that you just don't have access to at other games, NFL, NBA, wherever you go in professional sports. You don't have the access that you have with our athletes, and they're world-class athletes. Some of these guys you're going to see do amazing things. Things that some NFL players can't do because of the dimensions of the field. So there are a lot of aspects to this game that are really going to, I think, spark an interest not only in the fans but also in the community in general. I've put together a great coaching staff and a great staff around me for the front office, and I'm excited about that too. I've got Shane Stafford, who's our offensive coordinator, one of the best young minds in arena football, destined to be a head coach at some point in his career, probably shortly. I've also got Sergio Gilliam, who played for me, as a young defensive coordinator. Caesar Rayford, who's played for 3 different NFL teams and also an arena football veteran. He's going to coach our defensive line. Myself, I've got over 30 years of coaching experience. It would probably take me the rest of the afternoon to go through my resume with you guys, but you'll find that there's not a more passionate coach in this league as far as being an advocate for my players, for my community, and for the fan base. And so I'm looking forward to that. I also brought in Brandon Lang, who's our Director of Player Personnel, and he's one of the sharpest young individuals you're ever going to see in professional sports. And he'll be out in the community as well and dealing with a lot of folks. I would also be remiss if I didn't thank the folks at the Oceans Resort Casino. It's been a tremendous stay for the few days that I've been here, and looking forward to our training camp partnership and the partnership throughout the season. First-class organization over there, and we're going to do things in a first-class manner all the way through the season and all the way through our existence here in Atlantic City for years to come. And that's my mantra. Everywhere that I go, I make sure that we are a fabric of the community, a part of that fabric of the community. We give back, and we're going to be an exceptional football program. Make no mistake about it, we're not looking to the future 2 or 3 years down the road. We're an expansion team, but that's by name only. We're going to come out guns blazing first game and keep after it week after week after week. So you're going to have an exciting brand of football to watch. We couldn't be more enthused about it. I mean, we could put up a whiteboard right now, Jaws, and I could go X and O and talk to you guys until we're blue in the face about football. That's how fired up we are about what we do. And that passion will show. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, nothing great can be accomplished without enthusiasm. And we certainly bring that to the table. And we're going to continue to bring that to the table. And it's going to be a lot of fun for us. And the way I spell fun is W-I-N. So we're looking forward to doing good things. Thank you very much.
You think he's ready? Yeah, I think he's ready. Let me make a couple other introductions. My wonderful wife, Liz. Good to see you, dear. And my son, BJ. So please, it's all family. We got all family. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank this wonderful lady down there to my left, Deb DiLorenzo. Please stand, Deb. You have been a pillar. Everything I've done in the community, let it be business or philanthropic, she's been an amazing, amazing supporter. She knows everybody. I mean, she knows everybody. You need something to get something done, Deb knows everybody. Just like you, Ed. You need something, you got to know where to go. The go-to guy. So thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting. Last but not least, this guy has been driving me crazy, by the way. Because we've been working on this, as Matt and the CRDA guys know. We've been working at this. And George has known we've been working on it. And I'd get a call, a text, an email, not hourly, but daily. What's going on? What's going on? When can we announce? I'm ready. My staff's ready. We're ready to go. I mean, it's like offensive linemen. Don't let the snap count go past 2 because they'll go offside. You go hut, they're okay. You go hut, they're offside. Football jargon. All right. Gotcha. But that's what George Manias has been doing. Bugging me to get this deal done so he could then do his job. And he will absolutely blow you away in Atlantic City. He is organized, he is disciplined, he is structured, he brings energy to the workplace, and he will make this town happen football-wise. The president of Trifecta Sports Entertainment, George Manias.
Life is good when you have to follow Ron after a speech, right? That energy, that enthusiasm, I love it. I can keep up with that. I'm right behind him. This is fantastic that you have the same energy as well. So I think what Ron said really, it's true. We've been waiting for a long time to get our feet on the ground and hit the ground running here. We've actually been doing a little of that behind the scenes. So I'm not sure if everyone understands kind of the political layout of how things have to be structured, but we had to wait for a veto period to end with the CRDA in order for us to hold this public announcement. So behind the scenes, we've been actively kind of putting the pieces together, hiring our staff, getting up and running, and really just getting operational. Today is the first official day where we can really get out into that public and really start doing what we do best, and that's marketing in our team, hiring a staff that's going to get out there and get after it and get our sponsors, get our season ticket holders, put the game presentation together. We're ready to do that. So for those of you who may not be aware, Trifecta Sports and Entertainment is the ownership group that owns the Philadelphia Soul. So Ron, obviously an active participant in that. Stuart as well, one of the ownership groups, one of the members of the ownership group. We have Mark Zamrin, who's here from the Philadelphia Soul, who's the chief operating officer as well. So even though they're in enemy territory, as I'd like to say, but even though we are a close-knit family, we are competitors on the field, and nobody wants to beat Philadelphia more than Ron James, I know that. Last year, right around this time, we also launched, as our ownership group with Trifecta Sports and Entertainment, we launched the Albany Empire football team. So we had about a month more to do that than we do here, but we got it done. We led the league in attendance there with right around 10,000 fans a game. We were the number 1 seed going into the playoffs. So we know how to act and how to get here, lay boots on the ground, and get out into the community quickly. We had an unbelievable fan experience offering to our fans, so people who came out to our games can expect a high-flying, fast-paced action, and that's what we bring to the table. So we know how to do this. There has been a plan in place, and I think most people here are probably expecting for us to announce the team name. We're not going to do that just yet, so I hate to disappoint everybody on that. I know somebody's not happy about that back there. But listen, again, there is a plan in place, and our goal is we have to, behind the scenes, this is, if you kind of look behind me and see the stats, we had close to 2,000 submissions for a team name. And this is, again, behind the scenes, not public. So we were putting this out. We went on the air with our broadcast partner, who I'll get to in a minute. We went on the air and just asked fans to basically submit a team name concept to us. We had close to 2,000 people without being public. I was very, very pleased by that. And just, it was very encouraging to see that, hey, without us really even being here and getting out into the public, we had 2,000 submissions. So some of those across the board were pretty good. Some of them we had to write off pretty quickly. But we 100% really took every one of those into consideration. From those 2,000, we narrowed it down to our top 10, the top 10 submitted. Then from there, what we did is we had to run everything through our legal department or do our due diligence on what marks and rights we had to those. Some of those legally we couldn't abide by. So we narrowed those down to our top 5, which you see behind me. So we then asked the public, again, behind the scenes. We weren't very public. This is, again, our first public soiree out here. So we asked behind the scenes, vote on this, the top 5. So now we have, the public has voted, they have spoken, and we have a name. So now, once again, we're going through that legal process of, we're getting all of our Facebook pages, our websites, behind the scenes, we're developing our logos, our uniforms, our colors. So everything is being done. It's a process. And, again, 2 months from almost right now, we take the field. So things will happen quickly from this point on. If you noticed, we've been actively in the media this entire week, putting press releases out. I would imagine there's going to be close to 1 a day showing the progress on what we're doing and how we're out in the marketplace and everything we're doing and the partners we're developing. So it's game on for us right now. I couldn't be more excited and more happy to really lay off jaws now at this point and just do my job and get up and running, get functional. I think Ron James said it best, even with all of this is a business. We will 100% be focused on running this business and being an active member of this community. That's what we do. But everything we do, always the expectation is that we're going to win. We expect that this is going to be real come August 10th when the Arena Bowl is. Did you say it's going to be here? Where's Randy? Randy said that, right? So this is going to be real. We will have a competitive team on the field. There's no doubt about that. We will be in the community. There's no doubt about that. We will give back to the community. We're going to, from the grassroots up, we will join the efforts on youth football, our youth dance team, which I'll get to in a minute as well. So we are actively part of this. It's so welcoming to see all the dignitaries that are here, the VIPs that are here, potential sponsors that came out today, our staff that we're developing from both Philadelphia, who's helping us launch, and the Atlantic City team as well. So we're on that road now to progress, and I can guarantee you this: you're going to see us out and involved, and you will be informed, and that's on me. I guarantee you that that's going to happen. So a couple quick announcements. So the first and foremost is our schedule. If you notice, we announced our schedule not too long ago. So behind me, what you'll see is our season opener is April 27th. We start on the road against our rivals in Philadelphia. What a better way, no better way to start than in their territory against one of the continuously top-level teams in the league. Coach James has a very tall task to get a quality team put in place and ready to go within 2 months here to play the Philadelphia Soul. So we're excited. So we encourage our Atlantic City fans to come join us down there in Philadelphia. But our home game, our home opener, is on May 4th. So if you do the math, again, we're just a couple months away. So there's a lot to do. We're ready to do this. But we encourage everyone to come out and support this team on our home opener on May 4th. We will have what we call our tailgate parties out on Kennedy Plaza. So there'll be live music, beer, food, etc., getting people riled up and excited to come to the game. Usually we will do that about 3 hours prior to kickoff. And the game typically, we're still working on start dates, but, most of our games are Saturday nights, if you see the schedule. We have one game on a Sunday, so it's a quality entertainment experience, hard-hitting, fun action, but we give the total entertainment experience. There's something going on at every break. We'll have a dance team, as I'll mention in a couple minutes here. The mascot, T-shirts flying in the stands. We throw hot dogs into the stands. All kinds of fun stuff that we do to really, truly give the game entertainment experience. So I think, it's a great event to come out to 6 times a year, very manageable. So we expect and hope that everyone sitting in this room can spread the word and help us fill this building on May 4th. We'll have ticket sales reps out there if you want any information about our ticketing, our cost, kind of the sections. We have VIP sections. We have our cheapest ticket is $10. I mean, you can't beat that. This is a quality, family, affordable, fun entertainment option for everybody. So on top of that, what I wanted to do also is when we talk about the entertainment experience, one of the things that I think we do best is really become actively involved in the community. So we 100% plan on being out into the community. So we signed, the way we will do this is through really spreading our word through a broadcast partner that we have. So we announced earlier this week that we put together a partnership with Town Square Media. So what better way to broadcast and get our word out with our games and our game broadcasts than partnering with ESPN Radio. So 97.3 ESPN Radio through Town Square Media. We have Michael Rubel and Jennifer Smith and our staff here as well. So thank you guys so much. We'll be broadcasting, if you look behind me again, a pregame show 30 minutes prior to our in-game show. We have the in-game show. We have a 30-minute post-game show. And then we have a weekly radio show, which will be hosted. Where's Nick? Nick is our play-by-play guy as well. So I'd like to announce Nick joining our team. So Nick will be handling our play-by-play duties. And he will also be co-hosting our weekly coaches show with Coach Ron James. We're going to do that on every Thursday night at a to-be-determined location where it's going to be out in the community, as I mentioned. So for us, it's very important to be out in the community, and we're going to go out into that community, starting with our radio show on Thursday nights, where Coach James and Nick will host the show. We'll have the live opportunities to meet our players, our coach, have conversations with them, our staff, and really we'll create events out in the community. But I thank you guys so much for this partnership, for us to be able to get our word and our games and our product out into the airwaves through ESPN Radio. It's a tremendous partnership, so thank you guys very much for that. Round of applause for those guys, please. Another way for us to be out in the community is to have our players, our coaching staff out into, working with the schools and working with local businesses and networking in business-to-business functions and everything that we do. We're trying to involve our players. We take that a step further. So part of our game operations, we have our dance team. Our dance team will be appropriately named once we know the name of the team and publicly name the team. And then we will brand them, and they are ambassadors to us to be out in the community and help us spread our word. We'll have a junior dance team program as well, where we'll basically teach from the grassroots. We'll teach the young girls how to perform, and they'll physically be able to perform on our field at halftime. So we will be really hitting the dance studios hard. We have an open call audition that's coming up on March 16th. So at this time, Nicole Stevens, if you don't mind standing up, I'd like to announce Nicole Stevens as our dance team choreographer and coach. And Nicole is from the market, so she's from Atlantic City. She's danced professionally. She dances in a local show here as well. And she's committed to work with us, not only to get the ladies to perform at a level on the field that's going to really put our game operations to another level, but also to help us out in the community. The girls are ambassadors to us, as I mentioned, when the players go back home in the offseason. We utilize our girls and our mascot and the players who stick around out in the community year-round. So Nicole's job is to kind of coordinate that, get the dancers ready to go. But she is fantastic. She's very enthusiastic about starting with us. She's got a tough task as well. The girls usually will perform 2 to 3 routines per game. And she's got about, by the time it's all said and done, she'll have about a month to develop her team to get us ready to go. And we try to change the routines up every game, too. So there's a tall task in front of her, and I know she can handle it. But if we could spread the word as well, anybody who knows qualified dancers, Nicole's going to be hosting right here in this room open auditions, where it will be an open call for girls to come in and try out. You can get all that information on our website, AtlanticCityAFL.com. But we basically, what we afford the opportunity for dancers is the chance to continue their dream and perform right on our field and have nationally televised audience in front of them, have 8,000 people watching them perform. So it's a chance for the young ladies who are pursuing professional dance for us to help and work with them to develop them. Maybe they go and they dance for the Eagles or the 76ers or whoever it may be. So a very strong component of our game day operations as well. So welcome, Nicole. Thank you very much. So the last announcement before we get into some of the housekeeping notes. One of my favorite partnerships to develop at this particular stage, since I've been here over the course of the last week, is when you come into a new market. You're obviously looking for a place to stay. I don't live in this community yet, and for me, I had no direction on. There's so many options. And everybody to a T, the good folks at Town Square Media, several other people I've met along the way, have really guided me to probably one of my favorite places that I've been to thus far, and it's a partnership that we'd like to announce as our official host hotel for our teams. And so what this means is our training camp, which will start early April, our players will stay at this location through training camp. And they will have their meetings, their meals, everything they do with Coach James behind them and getting them ready to go will be based out of this location. Secondarily, they will house the referees when they come. And lastly, they will house the visiting teams when they come. So there's maybe some strategy behind that when the visiting teams come along too, and how we can keep them maybe unfocused. But I really would love to announce the partnership that we put together as our official host hotel, and that is with Ocean Resort and Casino. And we have some of the gentlemen here right now. Peter Ralphmans, thank you so much. What a great property. I think if you haven't been there, we'll do some events down there as well. It's a phenomenal property. We're so proud to be there. I enjoy coming to Atlantic City every time I travel here and get the chance to stay there. It's like my second home now, literally. And it's been such a great, fantastic experience. Your staff is phenomenal. We will have a very keen focus on targeting and marketing to some of the folks out when we play in Washington, D.C., and Baltimore, Maryland, and Albany, New York. We're going to target those folks to come spend a weekend here, stay at that hotel, make a weekend out of it, and come see their team play us here. And it really will have discount ticket offers, discount room offers. So just a tremendous partnership. So thank you very much once again, guys. We really appreciate everything you guys have done for us thus far and your willingness to jump in at such an early stage. And I can't stress that enough. The partners that kind of see our vision for us right now, we're out there kind of selling air a little bit. My biggest accomplishment at this stage is being able to put together the Town Square Media deals and the Ocean Resort and Casino deals and some of the other deals that we've done already. Because the folks that I'm talking to see the vision. And right now it's just a vision to a lot of the folks here. What we did in Albany, what we've done in Philadelphia, we know how to do this and take it and go. And people that are jumping on board with us, we appreciate you. And if everybody can spread the word, we are looking for partners in all capacities. We give back to our business. You can talk to these guys. We not only are we partnering with them, but we're giving back. We're spending money with these folks. We're bringing employees to this community, giving jobs. So everything that we do is about giving back, and we're a big, strong component of that. So I'd like to thank everybody one last time. Thank you so much for coming out here. The Arena Football League itself, Randy, wherever you are now, the job that you are doing out there and taking this league to another level. I'd like to acknowledge John Adams, the president of the league, and basically the job, I took over his job here. John and Commissioner Bo are taking this league to a whole nother level. We went from 4 teams to 6 teams, and it's just going to explode from here. The gaming component of what we're trying to do, Atlantic City, what better place than to launch that? So we got great things on the horizon, great things cooking. We couldn't be more excited to be here and now public and actively getting out there and doing it. So thank you to everyone who's here. Please help us spread the word. We put on a quality entertainment option, and we ask that you just give it a shot. Come once and tell your friends. And I think what you'll do is you'll find yourself that this is your team. This is the professional sports team here. You'll have an affinity towards our team, our players who are actively out in the community. We will be involved. We hope that you will support us and spread the word about what we're trying to accomplish here. At the end of this, we're going to have some media breakouts. So any of the media folks who want to have a conversation, Coach James is going to start off over at the ESPN booth over there, so they're going to start taking some sound bites from all of the speakers here. So Coach James will start with you over there. Jaws, we're going to have Ron, if you don't mind going by the AFL banner. Stuart, myself, and the commissioner will be available if anyone wants to speak to us as well. So just please come on up and we can do the one-on-ones at that point. We have a ticketing opportunity over there as well. Anybody who wants to just learn about our season ticket programs and some of the things that we offer and our game night experiences and our group sales efforts, all that information is right there. It can also be found on our website, AtlanticCityAFL.com. I expect, just one last really kind of, here's the hook. I expect to announce the team names, colors, uniforms, everything to that nature early March. So just to put everyone at bay, we have behind the scenes, we're going through that process. When we do things, we tend to do them right, and we want to make sure we have everything wired, and we do this in a grand reveal fashion as opposed to just kind of rolling it out. So we want to make sure everybody is aware of that. Training camp will start early April, so the players will be in town very early April, so things are about to happen, guys. So hopefully everybody can stay with us through this process, and really, feel free to reach out to me at any point if I could be of any help. We have a light lunch served behind you, so we'd like to feed everyone who made it out today, and we really thank you for coming out today. And if there's anything you ever need, my information, please stop by, introduce yourself to me, I'll get you my card, and if I can speak at anyone's businesses, if we can get out there and talk to any partnerships, or if you need ticket information, please don't hesitate. We want to be part of what's going on here, and we love what we've seen so far, and this support has been tremendous. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming out, and we really appreciate everything you've done thus far. Thank you. So the media, you guys can start.